Chinese-American Evelyn Wang and her husband Wayman manage a struggling laundromat. Rising tensions on the eve of the Chinese New Year are a result of the IRS auditing the company. In addition, her father, Gong Gong, recently relocated from China and now resides with them. She does not notice Wayman's attempts to serve her divorce papers as she organizes the receipts on the dining room table prior to their IRS appointment. She arrived with her daughter Joy and her girlfriend Becky. Joy is there to help bridge any language barriers at the IRS meeting. Evelyn is hesitant to introduce Becky to Gong Gong since she is still having trouble accepting her daughter's lesbianism. She is assisting a customer when he enters the laundromat from the stairs, and Evelyn introduces Becky as her good friend, which causes them to rush out. Wayman's personality shifts when an Alpha Universe version of himself briefly takes control of him in the elevator of the IRS building. Evelyn sees a timeline of significant events in her life after connecting to a headset: her father's dismay at having a daughter, meeting Wayman, her family rejecting her for marrying him, purchasing the laundromat, and having Joy. Alpha Wayman gives her a list of instructions written on the back of the divorce papers after explaining that every choice creates a new parallel universe and that they might be in danger. Deirdre Boberdra, an IRS inspector, reprimands the Wangs for their mountain of receipts and tax-deductible purchases as they sit down with her. Evelyn switches her shoes to the other feet as directed by Alpha Wayman, visualizes herself in the janitor closet, and presses the green button on her headset. She is dragged backwards into the closet, where Alpha Wayman is waiting to further explain that she is a significant female figure in his universe who invented verse jumping. But before he can finish, evil Deirdre grabs him and drags him through the door, breaking his neck. In the real world, Deirdre consents to give them another chance to turn in their receipts by 6 o'clock, but Evelyn punches her in the face out of concern for a possible attack. She also discovers that Wayman had already completed the divorce papers back, where she had written her instructions. The security guards are fought off and taken to the break room by Alpha Wayman when he returns. According to Alpha Wayman, verse jumpers can access the abilities, memories, and physical forms of their parallel universe counterparts by carrying out a statistically unlikely action that slingshots them in that direction. Evelyn is able to access a universe in which she never met Wayman and instead became a kung fu master and movie star after being attacked in the stairwell by evil Deirdre. Alpha Wayman is knocked out as Jobu Tupaki approaches after she successfully repels evil Deirdre. He explains that Jobu Tupaki, a woman whose mind was overloaded and fractured after being pushed too hard by Alpha Evelyn, is the one pursuing them. She is now capable of verse jumping and controlling matter at will, but she has evolved into an evil and chaotic being. When it is discovered that Jobu is really Alpha Joy, she kills all of the security personnel assigned to take Evelyn into custody. Jobu demonstrates to Evelyn the everything bagel black hole she developed and could use to end the multiverse. Before Evelyn is sucked into the black hole, Alpha Gong Gong arrives, but he wants to kill her to stop her mind from further fracturing. Returning to themselves, Wayman and Joy are perplexed by their situation, which Evelyn tries in vain to explain. Evelyn rejects Alpha Gong Gong's request to kill Joy, choosing instead to resemble Jobu in order to gain the strength necessary to overcome her. Evelyn is summoned by Alpha Gong Gong to be killed by the local verse jumpers, but she is able to use the knowledge and memories from her multiple selves to defeat them all. Sadly, Alpha Wayman is murdered by Jobu in the Alphaverse before he can say goodbye to Evelyn. The stress of splintering herself causes Evelyn's mind to immediately fracture, and she dies. Evelyn experiences many strange universes as a result of her mind splitting across the multiverse, including ones where she works as a sign spinner, has hot dog fingers, and is dating Deirdre, as well as ones where a fellow teppanyaki chef is under the control of a raccoon. Evelyn is located by Jobu once more, who explains that she is not attempting to kill the woman. She wanted someone to go with her into the unknown, but instead she created the everything bagel to destroy herself because she is sick of never being in any one universe. Evelyn accepts Jobu's nihilistic assertion that nothing matters as she stares into the bagel. She starts acting cruel and callous in other realities, taking advantage of her family, shirking her duties, and even stabbing Wayman. When she hears Wayman continuing to fight for her, she almost accepts Jobu's invitation to enter the bagel but decides against it. He defends and cleans up after her in every universe, even when she hurts him. He explains that his optimism is not unrealistic. Rather, he chose to be kind because that is how fights are won. Evelyn decides to fight more like him and defeats Jobu's minions by searching the multiverse for the source of their suffering and assisting them in finding happiness. In the tax universe, Evelyn confronts Gong Gong regarding his enduring dissatisfaction with her and, at long last, defends herself and Joy. When Evelyn finally reaches Jobu, she tries to pull her back from the edge, but Joy cries out, pleading with her to let her go. After doing so for a brief period, Evelyn pulls her aside and promises that, no matter where else she might be, she will always choose to be with her. Evelyn reaches back from inside the bagel and returns to embrace Jobu after she initially rejects her hand. The family dynamics are noticeably better when they return to the tax universe as they get ready to visit the IRS office once more. It is obvious that this is Evelyn and Wayman's first romantic encounter in a long time, as they share a kiss in the lobby. Despite saying there is still more to do before they are out of the woods, Deirdre seems impressed by the progress they have made. Before being yanked back and brought back to her home universe, Evelyn briefly starts to daydream about checking in on her other universe selves.